Hello and welcome to class. Today's topic is projectile motion. So earlier we discussed about the rectilinear motion when the object moves in a straight line. Now if object moves in a parabolic shape, and if you see this diagram, it is like in parabolic shape where it changes in two dimension. So below example, if suppose the initial velocity is u is thrown with the horizontal, if horizontal it is making an angle theta, then there is a horizontal component which is u cos theta and vertical component which is u sin theta. So we'll use this one and we'll solve next thing. Like suppose if an object is thrown horizontal velocity with ux, you can see this is ux. Now since it is what initially a ball is thrown with horizontal velocity ux, therefore we can say uy will be 0. Okay, so in this case we can see the vertical velocity is 0. Now acceleration is in this case is acceleration due to gravity, because this is what due to the only the force acting is gravity. So that's why the acceleration is due to the gravity, and the horizontal acceleration, that means ay is equals to g and ax is equals to 0. Now we know s is equals to ut plus half at square. This is the formula, s is equals to ut plus half at square. Now if I'll take vertical component which is sy, then in this case we will write here uyt plus half, in this case acceleration is g t square. Now uy, we know uy is 0, so sy is equals to half gt square. This is what the vertical distance traveled by ball when it thrown with the horizontal velocity ux. Then it will travel this distance, and this distance is equals to half gt square. Okay, and the horizontal distance in this case, how we can write? So again, if I use sx is equals to ut, sx is equals to uxt plus half axt whole square, where ax is how much? 0 in this case, we already discussed it, right? So we'll write here sx is equals to ux into t. So this is how we can find the vertical and the horizontal distance. First one is the vertical component and second one is the horizontal distance. Now if suppose the object is like thrown with the angle theta, so in this case we can write here this is what u cos theta, and the vertical is like u sin theta. We can resolve like this, u sin theta. Okay, so this is u cos theta and this is u sin theta. How we can resolve it? So suppose this is let me make you for this, like this is u, this is hypotenuse, this is theta, this is 90, so this is what adjacent, so that's why we can write u cos theta, and this is what perpendicular, so that's why this is what u sin theta. So this is like how we can resolve this one. Now if we throw with the velocity u, then the range in this case will be u square sine 2 theta upon g. What is range? So range is the horizontal distance traveled by an object when it throws with an angle theta and initial velocity is u, and the time taken is the total time taken by object to reach to this point. Okay, so starting to this point. So we'll prove this one. Okay, so first of all, we know the vertical displacement in this case will be what? 0. So we will write it sy will be 0. Why? Because the vertical component is we are throwing, and again it is what coming back to the ground, right? So vertical displacement will be 0. So if I write here sy is equals to uyt plus half gt square, right? So since sy is 0, so what I will write now, I will take negative here. Why? Because it is going first when we throw, it is going against the gravity, right? Now sy is 0, uy is u sin theta into t time minus half gt square. Or what I will do, I will take t common, so I can write here u sin theta minus half gt. Now either this will be 0 or this will be 0. So first case is like when t is equals to 0. That means this is the initial condition when the ball was thrown. Now second case is like u sin theta is equals to half gt, or we can find the time is equals to 2u sin theta upon g. So this is nothing but the time of flight, the total time taken by an object during the total travel. Okay, so initial is like u, and consider this would be or a and b. So this during this time, the time is 2u sine theta upon g. So this is when the particle returned to the ground, 2u sine theta upon g. So this is done. Now we'll move to the range part. So now horizontal component we know is equals to what? U cos theta. Okay, so how we can write here? Sx is equals to ux into t plus half ax into t. Now ax in this case, if you see, which we already discussed, ax will be 0, horizontal component of acceleration is 0. So what we can write here, sx is equals to ux into t, and ux is u cos theta, and time t we already calculated here, 2u sine theta upon g. So sx is equals to 2, now this is what, u square sine theta into cos theta upon g. Now 2 sine theta into cos theta is sine of 2 theta. So we can write here sine of u square sine of 2 theta upon g. So this is what sx, this is what sx. Sx is nothing but the range. So this is like how we can find the range. Now if I will move to the next one, like if an object is thrown with this one like this, and it is like going like this, so this is what the maximum height of the object, right? And this is what range, right? Range. So range we calculated, which is equals to u square sine of 2 theta upon g. Now we know the maximum value of sine is always 1. If you see the graphical representation of sine also, the maximum is 1 and the minimum is minus 1. That means 2 theta is equals to 90, because sine 90 is 1 and theta is equals to 45 degree. So range will be maximum at angle 45 degree, and the maximum range is equals to u square upon g. So if I throw a ball at 45 degree, then the maximum range is equals to u square upon g. Now the maximum height, consider this is what maximum height is, h. So how we can find the maximum height? So maximum height, so we know the vertical velocity, how we can write here, like vy square is equals to ui square minus 2g and h. Minus y because it is going against the gravity. Okay, now vy, so at the maximum height, we know maximum height velocity is equals to what? 0. So that means vy will be 0. So 0 is equals to, and uy we already, if you see, we resolve this one like u cos theta, and this is what, u sine theta. So u cos theta, so we can write here uy, so u sine theta, sorry, so write it u sine theta whole square minus 2gh. We can write 2gh is equals to u square, then sine square theta, and h is equals to u square sine square theta upon 2g. So this is what the maximum height achieved by the particle when it is thrown in parabolic shape or in projectile motion. Okay, so now using this we will solve some few questions based on this. Okay, so first question, moving to the first question. So this is first question. A ball is thrown top of the vertical cliff. This is top of the vertical cliff. Okay, and 15 meter per second. That means ux is given. That is what, 15 meter per second, and we know uy will be 0. Okay, and the height is what, 45. Now question is, how long does it takes to reach the ground? That means time. We are asking about the time, and how far from the base of the cliff, that means this distance. So these two distances, like horizontal distance, they are asking. Okay, so first of all, we know the stone is thrown horizontally, so uy will be 0. Okay, now we know we can use this one, sy is equals to uyt plus half gt square. This is going towards the gravity, so plus g. Now Sy is how much? We don't know. No, we know it is 45. It is given. Uy, so we know Uy is 0, so 0 plus half. G I am taking 10 standard value, and time is equals to t. So from here we can write 45 into 2 upon 10 is equals to t square. Then 99 is equals to 45 into 2, 90, 1 0 cancel, root under 9, t is equals to 3 seconds. So this is the time taken, like time, how long does it takes? It takes 3 seconds to reach the ground. Now horizontal distance. So we can use this, Sx is equals to uxt plus half axt square, right? Now ax in this case will be what? 0. We know, because acceleration is only due to the gravity, so ax will be 0. So Sx is equals to, we know, we'll write here ux into t. Ux is given 15, time is given 3, so 45 meter. So this is like how we calculate the horizontal distance. Okay. Now moving to the next question. So a ball is thrown from the top of a tower. Again the same question, top of the tower 30 meter, and this is what. So in this case, like Sy is given, Sy is equals to 30 meter and Sx is equals to how much? It is 15 meter. Okay, and u is like u, and they are asking find out u. Okay, so we know if I directly write Sy is equals to what? Half gt square. I'm directly using the formula. How much Sy? Sy is 30. Half g is how much? 10 into t square. Can we find t? Yes, 300 divided by 60. 30 into 2 is 60. 60 upon 10 is equals to t square, and t is equals to root under 6. So this is our time. Now we know Sx is equals to ux into t. Sx is how much? In this case it is what? 15. Ux is u, and time is root under 6. So we can write here 15 upon root under 6. If you want, you can rationalize this or use calculator. So I can write here 15 root 6 upon 6, 5 into 3, 3 into 2, so it is like 5 upon 3 root 6 meter per second. So this is like how we can calculate. Now next, a ball is kicked on the level of the ground, and this is the initial velocity is given. So this is like u is given. Now we have to resolve. So there will be like u cos 30 and there will be u sine 30. So this is what vertical component. Okay, now question is like what is range? So directly we can use range formula. Okay, so range is equals to u square sine of 2 theta upon g. U is given 15 square, sine 30 into 2 is 60 upon g is 10, so 15 is 225, sine 30 is sine 60, so sine 60, let me write for you, this is 3 upon 2, root 3 upon 2, which is 0.866. So I am writing here 0.866 divided by 10. Now if I multiply, solve it, if you want you can solve it, and answer will be like 19.48, or we can write 19.5 meter. So this is the range how we can calculate. So this is like how we can use formula to find out the maximum distance, like horizontal distance or the vertical height or this. Okay, so hope you like this video. In case of any doubt, any questions, you can reach out to me via comment, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.